Hi guys, it's been a while, and I haven't really followed through with the whole idea that I would do a week and whatever, and just compile something together. I just don't really have anything ever going on. But quick update, um, maybe not as quick, but I've just been doing a lot of things, thinking about a lot of things, developing my personality and figuring out where my path, what path I want to go down, and what life is leading me to. I've been doing a lot of research on things about nature and energy work, I guess, in a way. I totally believe in God, in Heavenly Father, and because I'm a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but I firmly believe in God and the gospel and like just everything. I don't want to rule out anything that I've learned in the church or anything. I am here. I am happy with where I am in the gospel, knowing that I will work to improve and try to make myself a better person as my life goes along. That being said, I don't really know exactly how to say this, but I have kind of dabbled into researching kind of like witchcraft, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not saying that I'm practicing witchcraft or that I plan on practicing witchcraft. I don't believe in that stuff. I don't think that's, I gotta be careful what I say. I don't necessarily think that you're a bad person for practicing witchcraft. I don't necessarily think that it's a terrible, like, very bad thing in the Christian church, especially in the church that I belong to. Witchcraft is very evil. It's bad. But for some reason, somehow I discovered some YouTube channels and also some articles about witchcraft, and I've discovered some actually really helpful, handy, good things about witchcraft. It's not necessarily about summoning demons or giving out curses left and right and whatever. It's about spirituality and who you are as a person. It's an individual thing. It's not a religion. It's just a practice. Now, again, I am not going to practice witchcraft. I don't plan on practicing witchcraft. But the things that I've learned from them, from all these different witches that I've been watching videos or reading blog posts and articles about witchcraft and the kind of journeys and the paths that they are going down, a lot of them have some really helpful advice that, everybody should just be doing in general. I would say, though, if I did practice witchcraft, it'd probably be in, I think it's called a green witch, but it's basically where they focus more in gardening, planting, even like, I think it's like a home or a house witch, or I can't remember exactly, but basically, or is it maybe a cottage witch? For any of you witches maybe watching this, forgive me on my lack of remembering what they're all called, but based on those descriptions, so basically, if I were to become a witch, like if I believed in that and actually went forth with doing that, I would probably be a garden green witch and a garden or a cottage slash house witch, because I've discovered how much I love planting and gardening. It's actually a lot of fun. It's so nice. I feel connected to just me as a person and spiritually. Though I won't practice witchcraft, I will be trying to implement the things that I have learned from them from what they say about being spiritually connected, spiritually present. And that is something that is very important to me, is to be present. Here, now, this is what's going on. Trying to balance out the natural, or balance out the modern things of the world with spiritual things, or things that help you connect spiritually. I love symbols, and I know that my higher power, my God, knows that I love symbols and all that kind of stuff. Things that represent things for me, between me and him, which it's a very beautiful thing. Basically, I've discovered where I need to be in order to become the kind of person that he wants me to be. Now, one of those things is my plants. I actually got a giant plant pot and planted a lot of plants. These are succulents, and this cool thing does not have to be in soil. This is an air plant, and it's looking a lot better than it was when I first got it, honestly. It just looks really beautiful. It's really cool. It doesn't have to be in soil. I just have to dunk it in water upside down, roots to the air, in water for 20 to 30 minutes, twice a week. And it's just really easy to take care of. I have some succulents as well. Like, most of these are succulents. I guess the only two that aren't succulents are, that I know for sure, or I'm pretty positive. I know this isn't a succulent, this plant. It's a beautiful, lush, green, very strong plant. I don't really know what it's called, but it's beautiful. And this one, I think, is actually a spider plant, is what my friend told me, but I don't know if she was referring to this one, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was, because this plant is actually pretty furry. It's got little hairs or fur or something like that. It's really, really cool. But other than that, like, this is a succulent, this is a succulent, that's a succulent, those are succulents right there. There's even one over way in the back, behind the furry plant. This yellow one is a succulent, the purple one is a succulent, this tall green one is a succulent. I got this green one and that green one, and even these. These are the same thing as those over there, but I just put them over here. Those are succulents. I'm not sure if this is a succulent or not, but I just kind of treat it more as a regular plant, but I don't give it as much water as I will give this plant or the furry plant, because I don't know for sure if it is a succulent, but I did get it at the same place I got the succulents at, or at least most of the succulents. So I did that. It's beautiful. I will say, I felt better. I felt connected spiritually. I felt grounded, and I felt here, now, in the present. The modern world, it's amazing. It's great. It helps with, you know, making life a little easier, but at the same time, it doesn't provide, like, it's just carnal, and it doesn't necessarily provide the spirituality enough that, at least for me, growing plants really do, or even like doing beautiful arrangements. I used to think that planting was, or gardening was, very just for really weird people. I've only met or watched or heard of really weird individuals. The last people I would ever want to interact with, they plant stuff, and it's weird. But I looked some stuff up, not witches, but I've watched some, I came across some people, really amazing, cool people that I would want to interact with, who do plant, who do garden, and they treat it more as an art form. This is art right here. This is beautiful. I am absolutely in love with planting. And even my roommate, one of my roommates, really loves it when he gets a chance to see my plants. He loves it. He loves it when I start trying to make a new arrangement or whatever. Every single time, if I'm planting out there, he'll go like, "Oh, that's gonna be so cool and can't wait to see it." And then he'll be off and I'll be doing my own thing for 45 minutes or so, or however long it takes me to actually arrange the plants or to, plant the things. I'll come back in and say, "Oh, finally I'm done." And then he'll go, "Oh, really?" And then he'll immediately go outside and take a picture. Start taking pictures. I did this, and this is one of the things that my roommate really loves, is this thing. I got two separate roommates. One roommate really loves this, the one I've been talking about, and then I have another one that really also loves this one. He thinks this one's really, really cool. Alright, so another thing that I have learned from these witches, with the witchcraft and stuff, is it's very, very important to keep your area clean and own it. It's very important. Now that just seems obvious, like you should always pick up after yourself. You should clean after yourself. But to the extent that the witches do it is important to me. Like, after knowing what they do, how they do it, it's like, wait a minute, of course. Like, that just makes sense. If I were to scrub or to really actually clean my area, clean my spaces, my room, my desk, which is pretty dirty right now, because I just got finished eating dinner and having dessert. But one night, a couple nights ago, I decided I would clean my desk because it was really dirty. So I cleaned it off, threw things away that weren't supposed to be there and that I didn't need anymore, and really scrubbed it up so there were no crumbs, there were no maybe milk spots because I eat cereal in the mornings on this desk. But I was like, I need to clean it so I can do some journaling. So I cleaned it, and I will say, I felt so much better. Like, I slept amazing that night. Better than I've ever slept since I can remember. It was incredible. So I'm gonna clean this up because I just want to get in the habit of just always trying to make sure my desk or my space is clean. And it really does make a difference. I can really say it makes a huge difference. I did feel like I owned my space. As soon as I got it all cleaned up and clear, I can say, yes, I own this space. There we go. That is clean. I know I still have the Red Bull here. Red Bull. This bowl here, that's what I eat cereal with. That stays there for now. I will be taking care of that a little later. Just haven't really gotten to it. But that's an easy thing. I'm not worried about that. It's not hindering me spiritually. It's not hindering me at all. It's just something that it's not something that is so important that I get it done. It's not gonna be the end of the world if I don't get that done. But I cleaned off my space. It's much cleaner and clearer. I don't know if you've ever seen this before. It was this way, but I really cleaned it. There's now like spots all over and it's dirty again, but I mean, I can just wipe it off. I can use wipes and clean it off, or washcloth and soapy water, hot soapy water, just clean it off. So this is clean. This is a clean desk, and it's amazing. I love actually turning on this lamp here, and then, well, not the big one here, but I'll just turn on the small one, faced that direction. I might actually in the future start raising it up a little bit more because it's really hot. And then just writing or even drawing something it's fun to just sit here, and with cozy lighting, I'll even have this light and this light off, and then that's the only light that's on. and it's just beautiful. Even the computer will be turned off. It's beautiful. I forgot one thing here. Gotta throw it away as well. This is my trash for now. A really cool other thing that I learned from the witches is to try to bring in some elements, some outside elements into your space. And that's water, fire, air, earth. There might be one more, but to bring those into your home, it makes all the difference. So for me, I got nature, I got the earth, I got this, and so I got a candle, and this brings in the element of fire and air, both at the same time. I'm thinking about sometime in the future getting a small portable little waterfall thing, trickling water. That will be amazing if I can get that in to my space to kind of help. It might be overkill, I'm gonna just try it out, but this candle and these plants, these are my elements for right now. Going to light them. There we go. So this is a sweet pear lily smell, but to me it doesn't really, like, if it was just off I would smell it, but I really just smell flame, which I don't like as much. But after thinking about it and seeing it more as I'm bringing an element into my space, it actually makes a huge difference, and it becomes something that I can live with. Like, not that I'm just like, oh, well, okay, fine, here's this thing, fine, I'll have to tolerate it. No, it's something that I am okay with. Like, I like it now, in the sense that it helps bring me closer spiritually to myself, to the universe, and all the energies around me, but also my God as well. I've done a lot of thinking over the last couple of days that I want to try to bring in or implement a lot more of the natural stuff that God gave us on this earth. So for me, that's planting. That's, I guess, using fire, maybe? But maybe down the road sometime I will definitely be having a garden and taking care of all sorts of plants and things like that. Like, I think that'll be a lot of fun, and it's exactly where I feel like God wants me to go, like the direction that he wants me to go down. It's exactly where I feel that I'm supposed to be, and that it's what I'm supposed to do. Over here is much cleaner, it's more organized than it used to be. Actually, you know what, now that I'm looking at it, I'm gonna bring this forward, push this back. Again, I'm not saying that the modern day is bad or whatever. It's just not something that I want to have super crazy heavy. I want to decorate with natural instead of just purely living off of the carnal world that we live in today. So this is more natural, or more clean and organized, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing. I don't remember exactly if I talked about symbols yet in this video, but I love symbols. Symbolism is very important, and my God knows that, and he supports it. Or at least I feel okay with it. I feel good about all the, I don't know, I need symbols. Not necessarily for worship or for rituals that are not necessarily something that he wants from me, but it's something that's for me in order to reach him better. It helps me, and I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad. Some of you will actually already know that I have this bracelet. I am gay, and I decided to get this to really connect with who I am in a way. And so I got this, and this actually helps to complete me when, especially over the last week or two, trying to connect with who I am, and with just trying to connect spiritually with myself. This really helps to complete me. It's the leather. I don't know if this is mock leather or if it's real or not, but it's the pattern of leather, and we have colors here. This might actually honestly be colors of all chakras and energy and stuff, but this is it. This is something that really completes me. So I will wear that a lot of the time, and sometimes I will add on this ring. It's silver on the outside, but on the inside, if you can see that, is also a rainbow. So I will wear those on the same hand, or same side of my body, which is the ring on this hand, and then the bracelet up on this wrist. And that really helps me to connect spiritually. The other thing that I got is this hat. I absolutely love this hat. It's beautiful. It's green. It's a dark green, and it's real. It's, you know, it has texture. It has a pattern. It's stitched, or I don't know, however they make these hats. It's absolutely amazing. Let's see. A little bit more to this side. Kind of gauging based off of what I can see in my peripheral vision. But this is kind of what I look like with the hat on. I don't know. I think it looks fine. I don't know what I currently look like. I usually do this in a mirror, but this is what I look like in this hat, and this helps me to connect with who I am as well, especially when I combine it with the bracelet and or the ring as well. I am really doing what I can to connect myself with what feels right to me, not to leave the gospel and not to practice what I believe I shouldn't practice or dabble into, but really to just connect spiritually and connect better with my God, if that makes any sense. At night, it's actually 12:01 in the morning. I've been up all day, but just looking over here after having lit this, just glancing over it, seeing my plants, seeing the terrarium, and then also seeing the natural light from the candle, from the flames. I just feel elevated. I really do think that witchcraft has some amazing truths. I'm gleaning from those truths, or from what I feel is right. I'm praying about it before I actually do anything about them, about implementing them. I haven't felt anything wrong about it. I want to get into more of the energy work side of things, of life, and again, really trying to implement the things that God gave us on this earth, be that working with herbs for different types of healing, or, you know, helping with certain, I don't know, Like if you get sick or if you are in pain somewhere on your body, like a little spot on your body, just like maybe rub lavender or just even breathe in lavender and it helps you do this or it helps you do that. I really want to get into that because I really love the idea of utilizing, not necessarily to cure, like because I'm no doctor, but why not use the things that God gave us on this earth? All the natural things that God gave us. It's amazing and it's beautiful. I cleaned out underneath my bed. Underneath my bed, it was packed of stuff. It was just like pretty much to the bottom of the mattress. It was that high. And so I cleaned all of that out. I threw away stuff that I didn't need anymore, that I wasn't ever going to use. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the art supplies that's in the dark corner over there against the wall, but I cleaned it out and it feels so much better. There's too much to do over here, but right here was just, there's stuff all around here, and it was a mess. It's as simple as that. But my room also was just so messy, and I still have things that I need to do with it. I need to reorganize this black shelf here, and also behind me I have this dresser thing that also I need to reorganize as well for in there. One of these days I'll get to it. Sooner than later, I promise, but it's a mess, but still, like, this is much better. It feels fresh. It feels like I can actually walk. It's beautiful. It really shouldn't be much of a surprise at all on all the stuff that I've been talking about and all the stuff that I've learned about witchcraft and stuff, about really just being a better person, improving the quality of your own life. It's not necessarily about being self-centered either, really. It's just trying to be the best person you can be. And that's what's important to me. At least now, it's really important. I'm also doing affirmations every day. Like for money, I do one for money. I just say out loud once in a while throughout the day. I'll just say, I am a money magnet, and I just keep saying it until I feel confident. I feel much better about myself, and I feel like, yes, I am a money magnet. And I've had experiences where I've said that one, like the first time I said that, I got someone contacted me about, wanting to commission me to do some art for them. Now they haven't paid for it yet, but this individual just kind of seems flaky, but still, they contacted me about something that they would pay me to do. And then even today, at work, we don't usually accept tips, but if it's less than $50, then we can accept it for ourselves if a customer ends up tipping us for taking their donations of their like furniture or other building materials. And so I got tipped, and I got to keep the money. I'm really happy about that. But today I had said I'm a money magnet. I said that throughout the whole morning as I was walking to work. I'm a money magnet, and immediately I got a tip today, probably because of that, and I'm really grateful and super glad, super happy that I can say yes, it works, and it's beautiful, and I love it. All this stuff that I've talked about, clean room, clean table, just owning your own space, bringing elements of nature into your space, into your home, into your living areas, keeping your area clean and clear, to be able to allow for the things of just anything spiritual, anything natural, nature, and in my case, anything spiritual, and to connect me better with God. it's true in witchcraft, and it's just something that you should be doing regardless. It's incredible. It might sound weird, but I believe in it. Not necessarily in doing witchcraft or practicing witchcraft, but the things that are spiritual and can ground you and connect to you spiritually, and always having your energy elevated. That's exactly what I believe in, and it's what the witches teach and practice, and I think that it's a very healthy, very good, and godly thing to do. It's to be in the present, be spiritually present, spiritually connected, and self-awareness, like mindfulness, and anything like that. Like, it's incredible. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was definitely quite the sharing my experiences, what's been going on recently. I mean, I'd be interested to hear if you guys have any experiences you want to share about affirmations, what you do, maybe give me some tips. If you have anything that you want to share about, maybe you connect with nature or whatever. Like, let me know anything that I talked about in the video. Let me know them down in the comments. I'd love to hear your experiences and what knowledge maybe you can share with me and all of us. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!